Welcome to this week's episode of Illinoyed. I am Kyle Kincaid, host of the Afternoon Mix on 99.7 The Mix, alongside Chris Wills, the communications director for the Abraham Lincoln Museum, which is where we are today. Chris, how you doing?
I am doing great. Thanks for visiting us.
I am absolutely thrilled to be here. One of my favorite places. Abraham Lincoln is a hero of mine. I am actually from Kentucky and just moved to Illinois, so I am exactly like Abraham Lincoln, right?
I was born in Kentucky, too, so we've got that in common.
Really?
Yes.
And you have all your teeth.
I'm not commenting. They might be fake.
Oh, I didn't want to say anything, but I figured they were. So today you're going to take us around to some of the cool places in the museum, right?
Absolutely. We love showing off the museum. It's a wonderful place, so we'll even let people like you come and visit.
Oh, wow. Now, Chris, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't this where Abraham Lincoln started fighting vampires, or would that later be in Illinois? This is a young Abraham Lincoln right here. It looks like he's possibly had a couple of drinks, maybe. He's getting ready to pass out. What's going on here?
Well, you know, I have always noticed how red his eyes are there. I assume that is to indicate, you know, the late nights reading by firelight and the strain that can put on his eyes, but, you know, you can interpret it any way you want to.
Now, I see Lincoln here. He's sitting next to Mary. It looks like he's getting ready to do that thing where he goes, and he puts his arm around her.
Well, you know, one of the great things about this place is we create these scenes that really put you right there with them, and then your imagination can take it from there.
Have you ever pulled that move where you're with a lady and you stretch it out and you do that right there? You done that?
Let's just say I've got a wife, and
Well, you're with a wife back in the day.
yeah, exactly. I've tried a few things.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I see it worked, right?
Yes. How long are you going to keep your arm there?
As long as I have to.
Okay.
There we go. That's what I wanted right there. So, Chris, we are now at this beautiful exhibit here. This is Abraham Lincoln alongside one of his fiercest political rivals, Lee Harvey Oswald, right?
I think his name was actually Stephen A. Douglas.
Oh, Stephen. Okay, and what?
Mixed up.
I don't think so. But so what was the whole deal here? Why is he pointing up? Is he angry? Because correct me if I'm wrong. I think I have my history right. He's angry here that they had just canceled Cheers, right? And of course, Chris, we all know Abraham Lincoln was a huge Chicago Cubs fan.
We are hosting an exhibit here about the Cubs and the Cardinals.
Until last year, the last time the Cubs won the World Series was when Abraham Lincoln was alive, right?
It wasn't quite that long ago, but close.
It might as well have been. Now, Chris, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this right here is the revolt that happened after they discontinued Planters cheese balls, right? Abraham Lincoln was a big wrestler, though, right?
Yeah, not in the sort of organized sense, but in like local contests in New Salem, him taking on tough guys, yes, he was a very good wrestler.
Is it true that he was the master of the power bomb?
I don't know. That's a good question. We'll have to ask one of our experts about
I
that.
think I got some old tapes with him on it. We'll check it out. Okay, we can come in here. And is this going to be where we see the infamous Oval Office where the blue dress thing happened?
We will see some dresses. None of them are the blue dress.
Okay. Well, I know there was the whole scandal back then.
No.
How could you take this guy seriously, though? I mean, look, he's obviously trying to hold on to a hairline that he doesn't have anymore. He should have shaved his head a long time ago. Should have went for the Bruce Willis thing. Instead, he's trying to comb it back. That's why he's so angry. And these are authentic snacks from the 1860s, right?
I assume they're made according to recipes directly from Lincoln's era.
Right. And all of these will give you cholera, or only some of them?
The scene we're seeing is kind of to illustrate some of the social pressures that Mary faced. And so she began really dressing up, putting a lot of money into her appearance.
Well, can I tell you something? Every time I go out in one of these dresses, I get judged too.
I would definitely judge you if I saw you in that. I'd judge you an A+.
Oh, look at that. See, I put my arm around you earlier, and now you're warming up to me a little bit.
That's right.
Now, this is actually Taylor wearing an Abe Lincoln mask. Is that right?
Taylor?
Midday Mix.
No, I don't. Sorry.
Most people have that reaction. Lincoln, you said he undercutted people with humor, and I know he was obviously a pro wrestler, two-time NWA champion, as we said, but was he also one of the first champion stand-up comedians?
No, but I'm sure he could have been a stand-up comedian if he had wanted.
You know, my favorite Abraham Lincoln joke was, I saw this in a joke book, he said, no physician in medical history has given more people diabetes than Dr. Pepper.
description.
Earlier, I told you that he was a vampire hunter. You said that I didn't know what I was talking about. We have proof right here, buddy.
Yeah, he's not hunting vampires, though, is he?
Well, yeah, he would. The proof is in the pudding, okay?
I don't see any pudding or proof there.
Now, Lincoln, now you said that there was not a whole lot that Lincoln couldn't do. I don't think being a good father is one of them. Look, Lincoln's kicking back, reading the funnies. He's wondering what Ziggy's doing. Meanwhile, over here, you have his kids throwing inkwells at each other, for goodness sakes.
He's being drawn as a vampire. He's not hunting vampires.
Why are we getting it? He's a cement pudding. Pudding. Say pudding.
Pudding.
There we go. And of course, what would any Abraham Lincoln gift shop be without his stovepipe hat? I love this hat.
It looks good on you.
Looks good on me, really?
Absolutely.
Really? You know, it's really reasonably priced at $8.99, but I don't have any cash on me. Could you spot me?
I cannot. Sorry. I'm going to get a point not to lend money to radio guys.
Well, that's a really good policy to have. Okay. I'll figure something out.
Okay.
Well, Chris, thank you so very much for having us here today. I cannot recommend highly enough to come to the Abraham Lincoln Museum in Springfield. It's an amazing experience. If you like history, if you love history, if you're mildly interested in history, this seriously is one of the coolest places I've ever been. Thank you so much, Chris.
We are glad to have you anytime. We help people come out and see us.
And I just want to ask one more thing. Do the stretch move for me. Go ahead. Come on. Come on. There we go.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah. God, I really wish I bought some cash though. Like this would be perfect for my Halloween costume. It really would. All right, yeah. I'm just gonna.